I forgot how much I love this book. No. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Eilidh, and if you're not, then hello, welcome back. It is good to see you again. I'm just putting on a little makeup and I thought I'd talk to you because this is a bit of a casual video. So I was just like, I really don't want to do my makeup and then record and then read. I'm just gonna like kill two birds with one stone. Isn't that the saying, or is it three birds? Well, I can't really read, talk and do my makeup at the same time, so I'm killing two birds with one stone. We're going with that. And I just thought I would do this intro while I'm doing my makeup. Why not? I mean, you guys see me do my makeup so many times, or you've seen me without my makeup. So, it's nothing new. But, hey. I thought we would do a little video on what I read this week as a mood reader. Because if it's not for videos, I have no idea what book I'm going to pick up next. No idea. And I've been reading books lately that haven't been my usual book I would pick up. And so it put me in a bit of a, well, I don't really want to read. Because I forgot about how books that I do like make me feel. Where the other ones like made it feel like a chore. And I hate when reading feels like a chore. So, hence this video. And it is my excuse to read what I want to read, to do what I want to do, to not have to read a specific genre or trope or what other people have picked for me or what like AI has picked for me. Not that I've done AI. Maybe I should. That would be a cool video. Maybe. Anyway, I like picking up books that resonate with my feelings at the time. So we are going to be just having a casual reading week as a mood reader. One of them is I want to reread, and that's going to be the first book I'm going to read because I know I'm going to fly through it. No? Okay. Using an eyebrow. I forgot what I was saying. I stopped recording. Why did I do that? But oh, that's what I was going to say. Right. So this is the first book I'm going to read. I'm rereading it, and I don't think anyone's going to be mad about it because there's a reason why I'm rereading it. But that is, I can't get it out. Fourth Wing. I'm going to reread Fourth Wing because, do you know what? I have no excuse. Except from the pure fact of I loved it so much, and also because the second one came out. I got it a few weeks ago. Was it a few weeks ago it came out? It must have been. It must have been at least like 2 weeks ago because I didn't get it last week. I pre-ordered it and it got delivered. And I was so excited to read it, but I just like haven't found the time. And I always said that I wanted to reread Fourth Wing first because I don't want to miss any details. I'm definitely going to fly through this book, so I'm not even worried. But then I'm going to go into Iron Flame. I just want to be in the world longer. I loved it so much that even though I only read this a couple of months ago and it's still semi-fresh in my mind, I just want to go back, and then all of my annotations that I've done as well. Like, you can't see the tabs, but I've tabbed it and I'm going to tab this book. I'm just so excited. So I'm going to reread Fourth Wing. I'm just going to do a little bit more makeup and then we'll start reading. And then probably as soon as I finish Fourth Wing, I'm going to jump into Iron Flame. I'm very, very excited. I'm going to spend at least 2 hours reading Fourth Wing. Because I have other things to read, but those are for other videos. I'm trying to separate my work reading and my me reading. This is technically like both, but this is more about books that I personally want to read instead of books that are like meant to be for videos. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now because I realise I've been talking for so long. I'm going to read. I'm going to read. I'm going to listen to Noel Khan as I read. Cool.
Find my way through the woods and love.
I forgot how much I love this book. Liam. Oh, Liam has just come in. If you've read the book, then you know who I'm talking about. But he's just come in and I love him. And I forgot what Zayden was like as well, and all the little things he says. And I forgot how much I love this book. It's only taken me 240 pages to remember how much I love this book. Yeah, sometimes the beginning is a little bit slow, but once you're like into it and you've like got 100 pages in, I forgot how it picks up, and I love it. Oh my god, I forgot half the stuff that happens in this book, and I didn't forget the main things, but all the little things I've forgotten about, and just rereading it again is just, now I remember why I gave this book 5 stars the first time. Obviously it's not the same because like I'm not getting the same feeling as I did the first time I read it, because like I know what's coming, I know what's going to happen, but all the little giddy moments, I'm still living those. Yeah, but I'm like halfway through the book and I really want to finish it today because I'm so excited to go on to Iron Flame and I just want to read that book. But I want to read this, I want to get through it, and then read Iron Flame. Ugh, I love this book. If you haven't read Full Thing, what are you doing? Read it. This again is one of the books that I will take 0 criticism from. But I'm going to carry on reading because I love it. And also, I forgot I annotated this as well, so I've got all my little underlines, but I'm just reading. And I'm like, oh. It is the next day. Oh my god, I've cut myself. I have decided to change things in my room. I'm gonna like show you. Please don't judge because I've generally just done this now and I don't know how I feel about it. I've moved my bed. It's now there, kind of like up against the wall with a chest of drawers. Like, I hate my room so bad. Like, I just generally don't know what to do with it. Like, I've tried every single possible route I can to get it into a nice place, but my room is so rectangle, like it's really long but not wide, so no matter where my bed is, something's restricted. So I've like decided to put it up against the wall because my main problem is I can't seem to get to my wardrobe. Well, I could get to my wardrobe, but then I couldn't like get on my vanity properly, but I had to like sit on my bed and do it, which was fine, but I don't know. Anyway, it's now here up against the wall and I think I low-key hate it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm generally thinking I might just put it back. But anyway, that was off subject. Fourth Wing, it's the 3rd day I'm reading this, but it's actually the 4th day I'm filming this because there was a day I didn't read it because I was reading for another video. Like I was reading another book for a different video and I really had to like try and get that done. But I've got like 80 pages left of this book and I think I'm just gonna brush it out, finish it, and then I'll start Iron Flame tomorrow. Ugh, I'm like so stressed and I don't know why I'm stressed. I think just moving everything was probably a bad idea, but I just wanted to like try it out. Anyway, we're gonna read because I know that will make me feel better. I'm gonna get ready for bed, I'm gonna take off my makeup, I'm gonna throw my hair up, I'm gonna put some cute little PJs on and we're gonna read. And I'm gonna see if I like my room like this. So yeah. I hate this bit. I hate him. I hate him so much for saying that. If you know what bit I'm talking about, I'm on page 430. Dang, I hate him. I think we all can agree that he's the worst character and I hate him. No. Oh my god. I forgot I hate that scene. I hate it. So sad. So sad. Ah! I finished it. My hair was a mess. I look like a mess. But I finished reading Fourth Wing for the second time. And it's still 5 stars. I still really enjoyed it. Still made me cry. And it still made me giddy. It still gave me all those emotions. Even though I knew what was happening. I love this book. But I'm so tired. Like, so late. And I just want to go to sleep. I will read Iron Flame tomorrow. I was going to read other books as well, but I just want to read Iron Flame. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. Hopefully I don't have a too busy day tomorrow. Let me check. No. Thank God. So that's pretty good. Anyway, it's bedtime. I'll talk to you in the morning. Goodbye. I'm going to put you back up there. Oh! Alexa, pause. I think I kind of like my bed here. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out if I like it or not. I like that I can lean against the wall when I feel like my bed is a little bit more like just sectioned away from everything and just like, this is my bed, this is my comfort zone bit. And then I have my desk and my work like over the headboard over there. I kind of want a chair in the corner and I can have that as like a dedicated reading spot. But I don't know. We'll keep it like this for now and see how I feel about it. But I finished Fourth Wing last night. I love that book. I love it so much. It's still a 5 stars for me. But I'm glad that I read it so that I can now go in to Iron Flame. Oh, I'm so excited. How many pages is this? I didn't realise this was here. What does it mean? Do you know what? I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I'm already nervous. It's 623 pages. The fact that I thought I could finish this in 6 hours. Oh my god. No. Anyway. Oh, it's at the front as well. They're so pretty. Oh, I am so ready to go into this book. So ready. There are new places on the map. Oh, I like this. Sorry, I'm just... Okay, hold on, stop. Before I go any further, I'm so excited. Anyway, I'm really glad that I finished Fourth Wing. It put me back into the world. There are definitely things that I forgot happened within the books. I did read the book back in June, so rereading it was probably a really good idea. But I'm now going to go into Iron Flame. And I'm so excited. I think I'm going to whiz through it. Hopefully I whiz through it. I'm definitely going to annotate it as well. So I need to like get all my bit together so I can annotate it. I need a pen. But we are definitely going to start reading this now. Even though I'm supposed to be editing and doing work, I don't really have. I'm literally going to be doing this. So yeah, I'm so excited. First off, we're going to take this off. Because I hate reading with this on. That can go away. But we're going to get going. Okay, let's start reading. Hi. I actually don't know how long it's been since I last filmed. I have a few updates. Few little updates. I'm pretty sure I have now been reading this book for nearly 2 weeks. I don't know what it is about it, but I generally don't think I'm really in the fantasy mood. I'm currently on page 272, so I'm like almost halfway, kind of there. Yeah, I generally don't know where my brain has gone with this book. I feel like it's not getting my attention as much as Fourth Wing did, and I think I've been a little bit disappointed because I would 100% would have finished Fourth Wing by now. So I don't know why I'm not getting that with this book. So I've decided I've put this book to one side and I've picked up my Kindle instead. And I've decided I'm gonna read, well, I have started reading God of Pain, which is the second book in the Legacy of Gods, I think it's called. Yeah, Legacy of Gods is book 2. I read the first book in my dark romance video and I really just want to carry on with the series, so I decided that to get me back into like the mood to read, I was gonna read like a Grumpy Like Sunshine, a little bit of a dark romance. It's got spice. I already love like the writing, and I just needed a Kindle book. I feel like I have been in a little bit of a slump recently, and I don't know if it's because I've been reading like back-to-back fantasies for the last few times, because I have just finished reading this book and I just need a little break. My brain needs a rest from consuming so much information about things and so many like weird names and magic and just all of it. I need a break. So that's why we've got my trusted Kindle and found a little easy dark romance Grumpy X Sunshine thing. And so far I'm loving it. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's about Annika and Creighton. I think that's his name. Craig. And the first book we were introduced to characters and we kind of like got the gist that something was going to happen between them. So I was really excited like to come into this book and find more about Craig, because he's one of the characters that actually doesn't talk a lot and we didn't really get to know much because of obviously they didn't really say a lot. But now, like in his POV, and we've got little bits of like little things of information about him. I already really like him. Like he's like Craig. And then Annika as well, like she's a mafia princess, and Craig has like dark secrets. He's like very dark-minded. He's not like Killian in the first book. He's not a psychopath, but he's definitely like, he's got his dark side that has kind of made him a little bit like inhuman. He's not really all there, but he's not like crazy. Do you know what I mean? Hopefully I will read a good chunk of it tonight. And I say that as if it's not 9:30 already and I want to be in bed by 11. I do this to myself every time. I do this to myself. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna read a good chunk of it. I'm like speeding through it. I'm getting there. And we'll finish it tomorrow. And then hopefully tomorrow I'll either go back onto this baby or I'll continue with this series. I don't know. It depends how I'm feeling. It honestly depends on whether or not I want to get this video out. That's kind of how it is. That's what it's like with mood reading though. Like I'm constantly changing. There's another book I have to read as well that I'm not reading. So many books! My brain! But I love it. This is what I want to do. Anyway, we're not getting onto this, but I've decided I'm reading a quick Kindle book. Let's just get out of this slump! I finished the book. I didn't even film like a little bit of an update on how I was thinking about it because I just kept reading it and reading it and reading more of it.
and not actually being able to film an update. So I'm literally going to tell you about the book now. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give it 4 stars just because, like, God of Malice, the first one in the series, is probably still my favourite. Yeah, God of Pain, part of the Legacy of Gods, I think it's called, series, book 2. So good. Definitely what I needed. I needed a break from fantasy and just to read like a dark romance that would just get me back up. It wasn't like really dark, like the first one's really dark. This one, it's more like, it's still dark, it has dark aspects of it, but not dark as in like Craig was a psychopath. He's not, but he did go through some traumatic stuff as a child, which we found out, and obviously Annika as well being the light. It is a grumpy ex-Sunshine book, and it was just so good. I really enjoyed it. Very spicy, probably one of the spiciest books I've read, just because a lot of the themes that were going on in it, so it's definitely something people will have to look out for. Read trigger warnings, obviously, with these types of books. I say that in every single video, every single time I read a dark romance, you need to read the trigger warnings. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It took me a while to get through, and I just think that's because I've been busy recently and I haven't like had the chance to really sit down and read, but I'm glad I decided to read it, and now I feel like I can go back to Iron Flame and continue reading that. I also want to read The Right Move as well. That's another book. We'll see, but so glad I read God of Pain. Definitely what the title says is about the book. But yeah, if you've read God of Pain, then you know what I'm talking about, but still, give it 4 stars. Enjoy that. And the only annoying thing is I'm still going to finish books because we're still in 2023 at the moment, and I literally just filmed my 2023 wrap-up video yesterday, and I should have like put this book into it, but I didn't. So if you're watching this now, I did read God of Pain in 2023. I just haven't said that I did. If I can read like one more book before the year's over, then I can read like 70 books this year. Whereas in the video I said I read 68, but it's fine. This has nothing to do with this video, but anyway, thought you should know. Ow, I just scratched myself. But God of Pain really good. I think I'm going to carry on reading Iron Flame now and get that book finished. And then it's just a thick book. I wish it was on Kindle, because then I could like read it on Kindle. And I'd read it so much faster as well, but hey ho, it doesn't matter. Anyway, let's move on to the next. Hi, long time no see. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I genuinely can't remember when I last filmed. It was definitely before the new year though, so happy 2024. It's now February, so it's been a few months. Like, I could have said it's been a week, but that would be a lie, and I don't lie. So we're back. I just lost some motivation. I went through a massive slump. I didn't really read, and then had to try and get videos out and needed to do what I felt was right for me at the time. So I put this video on pause, but hey, now we're back. We are good, and I'm very happy and glad to say I'm back reading Iron Flame, and I'm actually enjoying it. I'm actually really liking it. I'm now on part 2, like I'm over halfway on the book now. And let's just say, guys, it took a while to get here. I want to quickly go over this book because I'm not filming it for another video. But I felt like the whole of part 1 was hard. I don't know if it was I wasn't motivated to read it, or if it just wasn't grabbing my attention like Fourth Wing did. And I think that's the most disappointing thing out of it all is that it wasn't like Fourth Wing. It's not like Fourth Wing. It's harder to get into, and especially because like I read Fourth Wing and then I was immediately then went on to this. I thought it would have helped, but I kind of wish I didn't do that, because I just remembered how much I loved Fourth Wing, and then coming into this and the start of this book, like especially the first like 200 pages, was really hard for me. I don't know if other people like felt the same, but I just felt like it was so slow. But now that I'm over halfway and I'm on the second part of the book, so much better. Things have now started to happen. I'm finally happy like with where all the characters are in the story. I felt like it definitely could have been like, especially the first part could have been like 100 pages left or something. I don't think it should have been really that long, but also I wouldn't know what you would cut out though if you were gonna, or like shorten. I don't know what I would say, but I definitely think it could be 100 pages less, just because like having to try and get through like 200 to 300 pages for it to then like start to get good is not the best, I think, personally for me. But you might have felt different. You might have really enjoyed the first 300 pages, and this is just my personal opinion, but hey, that's me. So I don't think it's going to be a 5 stars, just because I'm not, I can't really like justify the fact that I had to stop in the middle of reading to read something else so I wouldn't get into a slump, then to actually be in a slump and then not to pick this book up until like months later and carry on reading. I'm glad that I remember, like it's good to the point that I've like remembered everything that has happened in the beginning, but not good enough for me to like really want to sit down and read it. I'm now at the point where I'm like, I can see my home stretch, like I can see the end. Well, not see the end, like I don't know the end, but I can see myself now finishing the book and not DNFing it. I really didn't want to DNF this book. That was one thing I was like, no, I can't DNF. I think if it was a standalone, I would have DNF'd it, but because I know this is going to be a really long series, I don't want to DNF the book now because I generally do want to see all the characters go. So I'm glad that I didn't do that. But yeah, like I said, I'm now at the home stretch. I probably have like 200 pages left to read, so I'm gonna try and read 200 pages now. I'm gonna try and get to like page like 530, something like that, and then tomorrow I will finish the book in the morning. And then I think because I have left this video for a really long time, I want to read one more book after this, and I think I know what I'm going to read, but I'm not going to say it now because I don't want to be wrong and I don't want to change my mind. But, and I love Xaden and Violet, like it was definitely a what the fuck is going on, and now okay, now I'm glad like we resolved that situation because I'm now really happy with them and I'm not scared anymore about anything, so that's good. Anyway, we're gonna see what this last 200 pages are gonna be like because yeah, I haven't got any spoilers, but I've had like the ending. It's the ending in this book, so we're gonna try and bosh out this book now and finish it. But I have been annotating it. I have been doing my little underlining. You can't really see, but yeah, I do love these characters. I think the dialogue is done really well and it's funny. I've been laughing and I've been enjoying it, but I only enjoy it when I'm reading it, but I still haven't got the like desire to pick it up. Like I have to really force myself to go and pick up my book. But once I've picked it up and once I started reading it, I'm fine. So I'm like split on that feeling right now. But yeah, we're gonna carry on. I'm gonna stop talking and we're gonna see what happens. So yeah. Ignore the face. The face is a problem. Okay, I'm filming now because I'm about to leave to go see Noah Khan and I'm so excited. But we've got a really long car journey ahead. I think it's like 3 hours that it's going to take us to drive up to Leeds. I didn't finish Iron Flame last night. I got way too tired and I was like, I'm not concentrating at all on this book. So I stopped
and I'm gonna finish it in the car now. I did read a bit of it this morning, and let me just say, things are now not boring. Like, they're not great. I'm not like, oh my god, I need to read this book. Like, I can quite easily put the book down in like an intense scene or something, but I am enjoying it a lot more than I did. So I'm gonna try and finish it in the car. Because I'm gonna be filming on my phone, like, I'm not bringing my camera with me because I don't trust myself at all. You're only gonna see little snippets, and then when I get home, if I do finish this book, I'm gonna tell you all about it, how I feel. But I need to take my Magic Mind productivity shot drink because I think I'm gonna need all of the energy, all of the focus, all of the concentration in the whole entire universe to be able to get through this day. Seriously guys, these are so good. Doesn't taste bad. Oh, right. Hopefully that will get my mind focused, because it always does, because I haven't had any coffee today. I will eventually like have coffee, but I just haven't. So Magic Mind, I love you. Please send me some more, because I have one more left and I don't know what I'm going to do without these, or I'm going to have to buy them myself. Anyway, I know what book I'm going to read next. I wasn't originally going to read another book for this video because I don't want it to be too long. But because I have like had a massive gap between like each of the books, like I think we've read Fourth Ring, we've read God of Pain, we're gonna finish Iron Flame. I want to read one more book, and that book is Pride by Ali Hazelwood. I am so excited to read this book, so I'm going to bring it with me. I'm going to try and start it today, try and get as far in as I can, because I have been wanting to read this for so long, and now we're reading it, and I'm so excited. But we need to go. I need to pack my bag of books and of annotating stuff, and let's just go have a fantastic Sunday. Is it Sunday? It is Sunday. Let's go have a fantastic Sunday. Why did I think it was Monday? It's not, it's Sunday. Yeah. So pissed off, but I really want to finish this book. What? What? No. I'm so tired. I'm too tired for this. Way too tired. So tired. I need to shower and like sort myself out. Okay, I'm gonna do this really quickly as I'm getting ready, but I don't know what to think about this book, honestly. I didn't like the ending. We're not supposed to like the ending, but I really didn't like it. Like, I got angry and annoyed, and I'm like, why? Like, why would you, why? So yeah, there were definitely elements in this book that I questioned my life choices, and just everything about what I thought I knew. So yeah, I am gonna be honest though, it's not as good as Fourth Wing. But I tend to find that usually second books within big series, especially fantasy series, they usually are the hardest ones to get through because it's always the middle ground, I guess. It's always like there's a lot of talk, there's some action, not loads. I mean, Iron Flame did have quite a lot of action in it, which I really did enjoy. Like, I definitely enjoyed the battle scenes and everything, but there was a lot of questions floating around and problem solving and like stuff like that. And just because like it's like different to ACOTAR, because I didn't feel like the second book in ACOTAR slacked because we were following like the romance in that. So I felt like that was fine, even though like the battle then came in the third one. I like a lot of the questions were going through like the what ifs, so like how can we do this, how can we fix this, and a lot of the talk of the battle was in that book. But because like there was a lot of the romance, it like balanced it out really well. But because in Iron Flame like the romance happened in Fourth Wing, we then didn't get like that extra bit of excitement, and we just got the talk of battle, of what's to come, and some of the glimpses of what it's probably going to be like in the next book. So yeah, it took me a while to get through. Obviously, like I definitely had to put it down, especially trying to read like part one. Once I got to part two, I was definitely more into the book, like more was going on, everything was happening. I could see everything then eventually coming together, but it was those first, like, it was probably like the first 300 pages of the book, so like half of the book was a struggle for me. But I'm glad I read it. I definitely needed to push through because like I really want to see like where the series goes. Like I want to carry on the series. That's why I didn't want to DNF it. If it was a standalone, I probably would have DNF'd it because it just wasn't grabbing my attention like Fourth Wing did. But Fourth Wing was such like a huge book for me. Like it's one of my favourites. Like I absolutely loved it. I'm so glad I reread it. It was just a bit of a letdown with Iron Flame, I think, for me personally. I know people really liked it. I know some people really didn't like it. But like the plot twist, everything that happens, I feel like I have so many more questions now. And I just want to read the next book, which is good. That's what like the second book's always trying to get you to do, is like, what the hell is gonna happen? But yeah, anyway, if you haven't read Fourth Wing, read it. I think it is definitely worth the hype. Like I think it's definitely like a really good read, especially if you're trying to get into romantasy. I would say go for it, do it. Just don't put your hopes up for the second one. Just do it. Like I was like this with Crown of Midnight and the Throne of Glass one. Like the second one just took me a bit to get through, but I'm so glad I did it because the next one, Heir of Fire, I really enjoyed, and I'm so glad that I just got through Crown of Midnight. So I'm hoping that the next one that's gonna come out in the Throne of Glass series, not Throne of Glass, Iron Flame, no, Fourth Wing. What's the actual series like called? I have no idea how to pronounce that. I'm not even gonna say it. But Fourth Wing series. Like I'm just hoping the third one is gonna be better. I think it's supposed to be like a 5-book series, something like that. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but things are gonna happen. So I'm rooting on that. Anyway, I'm really excited to carry on the series. But what I'm more excited for is this damn book. I'm gonna read this next. I just want to read it. I'm so intrigued. It's Eilidh Hazelwood, Bride. I've been wanting to read this for ages now, and it came out on the 6th of Feb. I finally got my hands on it, and I'm gonna read it for this video because I feel kind of bad for making this video so long for me to film. It's like a treat. It's like a little treat for me for being like, well done, Eilidh, you finished Iron Flame. Now you can read this. So yeah. I think this is her first like fantasy sort of thing. This definitely is. And I'm so intrigued by it. Like so intrigued. Like Eilidh Hazelwood is known for like her STEM romances, like her scientists and all like the knowledge. And then she comes out with something like this. And I'm like, not expecting that, girl. Not expecting that. So I want to start reading this today. I do have a hair appointment today, so I think I'm gonna like read it later tonight. But I need to like eat my food and get ready and go. So that's what I'm gonna do. But we're gonna start Bride. And I think I'm going to read this really quickly because it's Eilidh Hazelwood and I fly through all of her books, so we'll see how it does. I've done my usual and I forgot, well, not that I forgot to film, but just that I just didn't think about filming. So, hello. I'm like almost finishing the book, basically. I love it. And I think it's so cute. I honestly have just been reading and reading and reading. This is probably like my third day reading this now. Like, I would have finished it yesterday if I hadn't been like working. So yeah, I love Ali Hazelwood so much. Like, her writing is so easy to read, so easy to follow, and I can't believe that this is her first attempt at doing a romantasy, like a fantasy book, because I wouldn't have thought of it. Like, she literally can do anything, and nobody can argue with me on that. If you do, then you're just wrong, in my opinion. But I'm loving this book so far. Like, it's basically about a vampire and a werewolf who are in this arranged marriagement. It's kind of like an enemies to lovers, because like the werewolves and vampires, or vampires and wares, I don't know, are like enemies. They don't like each other, and they now have an alliance through this marriage. It is a romance. Like, I wouldn't say that they hated each other. I just think that they were very wary of each other, but there was always like something there going along. And especially, like, I love the fact that at the beginning of every chapter there's a little bit, like here, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little bit there where it's like his POV. It doesn't like say that it's him, but you can just tell that it's him, and it's his thoughts and what he's thinking and feeling. And I'm like, I love that, because even though we're not getting like whole chapters from him, we're still like getting like a little snippet of how he's feeling. So obviously we can see that there's something going along that he's not telling us, but then we're following her and we're seeing all of her thoughts, and then we're seeing things like how he's acting, and we're like, ah! Anyway, I love it so far. It's so easy to read, and I just kind of want to sit down and finish the whole book now. I probably should go and get ready. It's Valentine's Day as well, so maybe I should do something. Nah, I mean, Valentine's, nah. This is my Valentine's, this book right here, and my dogs. So, happy Valentine's Day to all you couples. Good for you. Mine. So I think I'm just going to sit here and carry on reading and just see what happens, because I'm like, what's going to happen in this last little bit? I would also say it's kind of a slow burn as well. Like, it's not quick. So I'm like, what's going to happen in this book? Yeah, hopefully they get together, because if they don't, I'm going to lose my mind. Anyway, I'm going to carry on reading and then pretty much finish the book, and that'll be it, done and over with. And I probably look gross because I literally have just got out of bed. Oh wow. Loved it. I think I'm gonna give it 5 stars. Like, I love her writing and just everything about it. Like, the story and the characters and just everything that happened, it did not disappoint, like, at all. Like, I loved it. I'm giving it 5 stars. Like, it was so good. It was so good. I love Eilidh Hazelwood. She is one of my favourite authors. I want another one. I want another one. I want her to do another one. I'm not over it. I just finished it and I'm like, I'm sad. 5 star. Anyway, I need to get out of this bed. I've literally been sitting here for probably an hour and a half, maybe 2, reading this book. I haven't moved, and now I need to shower and get ready. But I loved it. Should I get all of the books I read? Maybe. This is the end of the video, because I'm reading other books now for other videos, so I was like, I need to finish this one off before I forget to do it, like I usually do. I always think I end videos when I finish the final book, but because I've been ending the books in like the middle of the night, I am just so tired. Then I forget to film the next day because I'm so tired that I stayed up pretty much all night reading a book, which, you know what, I have no regrets on, like 0 regrets on. Anyway, not talking. These are all the books that we read, as well as one on my Kindle. So yeah, I don't know what else to say, honestly, because this video has taken me like months to do, like months, and that's my fault. Anyway, Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. Fourth Wing, I still love this damn book. Like, I think it's all great. Iron Flame, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit disappointed. I didn't get the same feeling as this, but I still think that this series is gonna be a 5-star overall, just because of the plot and the characters and just everything to do with it. So I'm actually really glad that I like got through this book finally. I don't think it put me in a bit of a slump. I think I was already in a bit of a slump when reading this, so it just didn't help my case, because then I did like stop reading for like 2 weeks. But I'm so glad I got through them. Still so good. My Kindle one, I think we read God of Pain, which is Creighton and Annika's story. I can still remember that book, even though it was like before 2024, like it was at the end of 2023. Still so good. I am absolutely obsessed with the Legacy of God series. I've got one more to read, and then I'm gonna have to wait until August for the final book. But I just love a good dark romance, especially like college. Like, I never went to college, I never went to university, so living them through my book, as well as like it being a dark romance, is honestly all I could ask for. Like, I feel like I've lived it, like I've done it. Maybe it's not the same, it's definitely not the same, but I like my version much better. And then my 5-star book, Bride by Eilidh Hazelwood. I am still not over this book. I want to read more. Like, is it Omega? Is that the right term for it? Like Omega, like werewolves, like romances. I want to read more werewolf romance books. So if you've got any recommendations for that, please guys, seriously, send them to me, because I want to read more like this. I love this book. It was so easy to read and just so good, and I can't believe this is Eilidh Hazelwood's first like dive into like fantasy writing. I love her. I actually love her, and I want another book like this. I want another one. So please, Ellie, please. But those are all the books that I read for in my mood reading. I like doing these mood reading videos. I think they're quite fun. They're just good and easy. Well, not easy, because it took me like a month. It took me a month. Actually, no, it took me 2 months because of my slump. But that's fine. It's okay. But I hope you have enjoyed this video. I am gonna try and do it again at some point, and it will actually be a week, like an actual week. But I overlap my reading, so it's a little bit hard. Anyway, I'm gonna stop with the excuses. No, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Mwah, peace, goodbye.